Hi there guys, so this lesson's about the solar system and have a look what I found in the science room. I don't think it's actually ever been used, but this is a model of the planets in our solar system, the Milky Way. So our solar system is called the Milky Way and it is made up of the Sun and 8 planets. Yeah? And what we need to try and do is figure out a way that we can remember them. When I was in primary school, we had a thing called a mnemonic, which is just a code for remembering things. And we started with each first letter of each planet. So for me, it was my for Mercury, very, elegant, mother for Mars, just, sat for Saturn, under for Uranus, and Neptune. So my very elegant mother just sat under Neptune. Yeah, and that's how I remembered the 8 planets in the solar system. Now, the other thing that we want to talk about is the way in which the planets rotate around the sun. That's what makes a solar system, because solar means sun. So we are saying that these planets are part of the planets that rotate around this sun. Yeah, so we've got one solar system here, which is the Milky Way. We call it the Milky Way. So it takes approximately 364 and a quarter days for our planet to rotate completely around the sun. All these other planets have different sort of periods that take them around the sun. And it's very rare that you see them all in a line. That's called a planetary alignment. They're most often in a shape like this. Yeah. So with this particular model, it's quite interesting. I can press things like Earth. Where am I? Earth makes a really cool sound. And then
Earth is the only planet whose name is not from Greek or Latin. It is from Old English and German. Earth has only the one moon, unlike the other planets. And as far as we know, Earth is the only planet where there is light.
So there we go. That's the sort of thing that this model does. So when we come back to school, it'd be cool to play around with this in class a bit. But I guess what I'm sort of trying to point out today is that this is what we call the Milky Way solar system. All of these planets rotate at different rates around the sun, yeah, and the Earth takes 365 or 4.25 days to rotate, to do one rotation around the sun. And what's really interesting about that is that that's what creates our seasons. So when we're a certain place around the sun, it's a different sort of season. So for example, you can see if you look at the Earth and let's say Australia's over here, yeah, Australia's over, well, actually Australia's over there. There's only a couple of times a year when Australia would be directly facing the sun, depending on the Earth's axis. The Earth's rotation, so the Earth rotates as well, so it spins around, and the Earth's rotation determines one day. So it takes 24 hours to rotate there. And so that's why when Australia is over this side, away from the sun, it's dark. Yeah, whereas when it's on this side, it's light. So that's, I guess, a bit of a description about how the Earth, but also our solar system and all the planets in it rotate around a single sun. Cool.